Hey guys, it's Redstone here, and today we're doing a review of the QIDI Tech X ONE. And this is a very interesting printer for many reasons, just because of its design and overall looks. It kind of looks like a clone of, say, a MakerBot, and it is. This design is carried over many generations. It first started with the MakerBot replicator for version 1, which I actually own, and it has many improvements over that machine. First thing we're going to talk about is the touchscreen. Now, this touchscreen is very good. It has very good precision in terms of, if you want to print something. It's a lot better than most touchscreens on 3D printers. Another thing I really like about this printer is actually the extruder itself. It's using an MK8 extruder. MK10 it could be, but I think it's an MK8. And it has a part cooling fan, which is awesome. The part cooling fan right here is at MK8, and it has a part cooling fan, which is awesome. The part cooling fan right here just cools down the print, so it doesn't take forever. It means that it doesn't take forever to cool. When this cools down the filament, it'll give you better surface quality, and it will give you better quality overall. The movement system is pretty ingenious, to be honest with you. So this is the Y motor. It's connected to a belt. There's two rods. There's a rod in the back. There's a rod in the front. Correction. There's no rod in the front. I'm used to rods in the front. So basically what it does is the Y-axis is controlled by that one stepper, and it goes back and forth and left and right. Now you might be wondering what is the build volume of this printer. It's 150 by 150 by 150. So it's 6 by 6 by 6 in American standards, and it's a pretty big build volume. I've got to say, everything I need to print on this thing to test it out, it printed amazing in terms of this build volume. It's not a problem at all. Another thing that we have to talk about is the bed leveling. Not a problem at all. The bed leveling on this thing is amazing. It really does perform well in terms of bed leveling. Now, the bed leveling is a little bit tricky in terms of if you're a beginner, but if you're not, this bed leveling is as easy as pie. It's super easy. It's pretty much just really easy. So, if you're buying this machine as a first printer, the bed leveling is super easy. Now, we're gonna go on things I don't really like about this printer, and one is the spool holder. So there's a spool holder in the back that screws in like threaded, and it's not the best spool holder. Basically, it has this big edge. So you have to unscrew it to put a spool on, screw it on, and it doesn't roll the best. So as you guys can see up here, I film it on a spool going down to the extruder, and that has been working great. Another thing that I don't really like about this printer is how long it takes to heat up in terms of the bed. I've seen some bigger machines take a lot faster. Basically, it's using this 4-prong connector, which is actually decent, but in terms of heating it up the fastest, it's not that fast. To be honest with you guys, I don't really have too many cons about this printer. One is the build size, but again, it's going to suffice most people. So, the build volume is small, but this printer's potential is huge. And that's the reason why I think it's one of the best beginner 3D printers. It's not the best. There's still one printer that I would recommend over this. But in terms of, if you want a rep style printer that looks really pleasing. I really like the blue. I really like the lights. I think it looks really nice. And you want it cheap. This printer retails for $3.99, and you can easily find it for under $300 on eBay. Now, should you buy this printer? Yes. If you are a beginner, this is probably one of the best printers I can recommend for under $300 or $400 as a beginner printer. If you already have a couple printers, I would hold off. And the mostly the reason why is because the firmware is closed source. The software isn't, but the firmware is, and that small build volume will really limit you, you guys who want big makers. If you want something big, really well, look at the CR10. But this thing right here is one of the best beginner printers that I can really see. Now, how does it print? Well, You might be saying, Ryan, well, one model you cannot take out of this. I actually printed a lot on this thing. I printed close to 12 models. If you guys don't know, I just scatter them around in my room, so I don't know which ones came off of this or the CR10, so I'll probably get them mixed up. But I do have one here that just printed today, and this is the filament from Maker Faire, whatever it's called. Not Maker Faire. Matter Hackers, that's what it is. I'll show a spinning close up after the video so you can see the print quality. Now, so I went over the basics of this printer. There's really nothing else to really say about it. Noise is pretty good. It's pretty loud in terms of this part cooling fan. It kind of sounds like a jet engine, like Maker's Muse pointed out in his review video. But one thing that I have to take away from this printer is its overall shape. I don't like it. Whenever I pick it up, I always get stabbed. It's kind of sharp. So just be aware of that. If you have this for a kid, just be aware that it's going to be hard to move. It's really heavy and the metal's kind of sharp. But I think this might be one of the best beginner printers out there. If not, probably top 5. So if you're looking at this printer, I would say buy it if you're a beginner. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you for enjoying this video. I'm going to do a spin thing with this thing with the little filament guy, and you can see the quality for yourself. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching this video. And please subscribe and like to see more videos like this in the future. Planning to do a review every single Wednesday, so please subscribe so you don't miss them. And you might not know there might be other videos out, like live streams and stuff like that. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.